How's it going? Today is 9th of February, Friday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available up there. Quickly in this video, let's take a look at a great opportunity. Myself, I don't know if I'll take part, but either way, perhaps really for others, that would be Glasgow Airport Living Lab Digital Twin Competition. Let's try to understand this opportunity a little bit better. As of now, this opportunity is live. It's something that's sent it to me this morning, so I thought might as well take it. I would be taking a look at it. I have read it, but if anything, perhaps others might be interested in solving some of those problems, right? Before delving into this opportunity, let's try to understand this concept. It's something that would be defined as digital twin. Let's quickly take a look at this concept, and from there, let's take a look at this opportunity. A digital twin refers to virtual representation or mirror images of physical objects, systems, or processes. This concept is commonly associated with the fields of technology, manufacturing, and IoT, so Internet of Things. The digital twin is created by collecting and or integrating real-time data from sensors, devices, and other sources connected to the physical counterparts, right? So whatever you might have in the physical world, so to say, you might have a representation in a digital world, and how to build some of those systems that there might be some opportunities there. I don't know. So perhaps I guess there might be a lot of cost benefit analysis and some ways of improving the system and how to do that. I don't know. So the concept is there. I mean, I kind of get it, but either way. Key characteristics of digital twin include real-time data integration, simulation and modeling, interconnectedness, monitoring and all controls, right? So if you need to run the test, right, you need to run the test. Might as well do that in, so to say, sandbox, right? So if people would build a sandbox and test things in a digital system before putting everything into practice in a physical system, there might be some opportunities there, and perhaps it's something that they would be referring to within this opportunity. Let's come back to it. The own movement of goods or perhaps even people, right? So that would be ports, that perhaps would be number one by sea. The next one would be airports, perhaps for movement of people and where it would be most amount of people, right? Even previously, perhaps a year ago, so I was taking a look at some of its opportunities when it comes to luggage and how people can organize luggage so it would be going from point A to point B, and there might be some opportunities there. I don't know this opportunity, by the way. I haven't read it right. Other than I have taken a look at some of financial opportunities. It might be too much for me, doing everything myself, but perhaps for other people who might be interested in this new concept. So there might be some financial incentives there. And they taking a look at the Glasgow Airport Living Lab Digital Twin Competition. Is a strategic initiative founded to facilitate developing digital twin technology solutions specifically tailored to the aviation sector. The program is intended to catalyze innovation and or foster integration of digital twins into the aviation industry, with emphasis on enhancing operations in Glasgow Airport. Perhaps if you were to develop anything, you might be able to sell the same thing to a number of airports, right? If that makes sense. That's business, right? So be careful about some of those contractual agreements, right? They might not necessarily be interested in you having all the rights in that work. So I don't know all the details, right? Connected Place Cut was heading this program with the goal of overcoming the challenges that business face in creating and integrating digital twin technologies in aviation. This effort is aligned with promoting innovation solutions and providing support to help these businesses bring their digital twin solutions in the market. Even if you were to solve a luggage problem for many airports, how you can do routing all the luggages faster, that would be a lot of money. I can only imagine how much money airports are making. So instead of taking a look at some of those airports close to London, you might do a quick test in places like Glasgow, right? And from there, you might, or not necessarily, they might take all their work away from you, Smart people in there might take all the work away from you, right? Or may offer something, but either way, let's try to understand, right? I'm taking a look at luggage as an example. I don't know what they're actually looking to solve, other than perhaps building all those systems, right? The opportunity. The aim of this program is to showcase how existing digital twin solutions can address specific aviation-related challenges. In phase one, up to 5 successful organizations will have the challenge to present their digital twin concepts at Glasgow Airport, where they can showcase how their technology can be applied to challenge above accessing up to £3,000 in funding, right? So it will begin. So that will be a concept development of how you potentially will be looking to solve this problem, right? And from there, potentially progressing to the next phase, right? Following the assessment, will showcase how one organization will be chosen to advance into phase two, further development, implemented or digital twin technologies in living aviation environment at Glasgow Airport, accessing of up to 70,000. So with that, you can potentially hire 3 people. So a team size, so my team might be 5 people. So you might be able to break close to even of 5 people, right? But either way, to hire those people, to get those people to understand what they would be required of 5 people, I don't know, 6 months, 5 people. So unless you might be interested in taking a look at all airports in the UK and potentially sell the same services to other airports as well, then there's something. Then there is something. In the first glance, I was taking a look at 3,000. I don't know, it's worth my time, but there might be for others, right? If you're interested in learning more about your body, I have published a book where I'm taking a look at body and what we require for many people to develop themselves. In this book, I'm sharing a lot of very important information. If I had to break it down, that would be potentially we're taking a look at workout, we're taking a look at recovery as well as nutrition. Those 3 areas and balancing or making most of your time in the gym would be important to understand those 3 areas very well so you can optimize your time and making most of your time in the gym. What can be better than understanding? So I'm looking to bring everyone's understanding of what will require. I'm starting very slow and I'm progressing to a professional level. If something so you perhaps planning on doing in the future, even making money out of fitness, that would be great as well. So if it's something you're interested in, there's gonna be a QR code in the corner, company's website below. Let's take a look at different challenges, right? I don't know. But let's take a look at those, right? So I was taking a look at movie set, right? And then you have movie set. You might have some plan, right? How where the camera would stand, right? Where the people would stand, where the props would stand, everything, and you might want to have everything mapped out, right? By doing that on the movie set, you can optimize as well as plan, and people would know what they're doing. Especially sometimes there might be a big, massive team that you need to work with, perhaps 50 people, right? So everyone would need to know where they are and what they need to do and where they need to stand, everything, right? And sometimes the area can be very small area, right? Once that's been said, we can take a look at asset replacement, right? So perhaps there might be some opportunities there. The first challenge to enhance decision making for airport would need to deeper understanding of asset lifecycle. Okay. Replacement. It's not what they're really saying. There is different forms that potentially can have, as well as how you can track all that information, right? I think it's a completely different issue, right? But either way, so that's my personal understanding how I would be approaching this problem, because it's I would say it's not a replacement, but perhaps it would be just part. There is a bigger problem there, but that would be just an example. Next one, that would be passenger movement and perhaps optimizing some of the movement of passengers. I think I have seen some of the new airports, right? So that perhaps would give some ideas for some people, right? Where they organize those airports completely different compared to traditional way of how airports are being optimized as of now when it comes to onboarding people. But either way, as well as perhaps worth taking in mind the changes in potentially hardware, how gonna people be traveling. So since I was taking a look at Civil Aviation Authority and they giving agreements for some of the different businesses of smaller airplanes, right? So perhaps there would be, if we're taking a look at 100% of airplanes as of now, it might be dominated by large international flights, right? Perhaps that will change in the future. So perhaps that should be taken into account as well. But either way, let's progress. And the last one, that would be energy management, right? Oh, okay. So that would be something that I was touching briefly previously, right? So that would be different energy sources and potentially there might be bigger percentage compared to what some of the hardware that they have in airports right now. Perhaps that was going to be replaced with the better ones. But again, I think there's not necessarily a need to have those airports. So that's my personal feedback. So perhaps those planes can land anywhere. Why they need to land there? I don't understand it. Why they need to land there? So if you have a small one and it's vertical liftoff, you can land anywhere. So it's a kind of I don't know for others, right? So perhaps it's something that was highlighted that would be luggage or similar systems, right? So perhaps that might be important, but either way, that would be just an example as well as they have a webinar. So people who are interested in learning more about the process, they might have some funds available as well for people to take part, right? As well as there might be a webinar to take part in. That will be with date with the next 11 days, 20th of February, right? Okay, right. Eligibility criteria. Prepare to travel to Glasgow as a required. Okay. That's not necessarily for everyone, right? So all the airports should be very similar, but either way. Perhaps if you have a team, one member of the team might need to travel there, right? So I guess. But that was just an example, right? Let's hold them back. Thanks for watching. See you next one.